Hey, welcome back. So it did actually start a little bit sooner than expected, which is fine. I was waiting for much anyways, but this is a best of one to close out the overall best of five between USA and France, the underdogs. That represents them. People chosen to represent them in the ace match is going to be in the bottom right as the red Protoss, DnS. In the top left as the blue Terran, Xenocider. If these weren't already pre-chosen, that, well, actually, either way, it wouldn't surprise me that Xenocider was the chosen one. Literally the chosen one. If people knew he was performing up to the standard at which he did for the best of three he participated in. If it wasn't chosen ahead of time, this is just like who performed really well today, then I also would have expected Xenocider to be chosen, as he did do very well. Now, that wasn't a TVC, and having a TvP is, very much so different, and there's actually been a couple of complaints recently from Terrans that there's a couple of things that are very frustrating to deal with, and for once, it's not just Adepts. I mentioned those Colossus attacks earlier, and there's been a lot of cases of that working quite well against some of the Korean Terrans, for instance, like Byun and Keen and whatnot. So we'll see how Xenocider does in this matchup. Of course, it's not imbalanced, I brought that up just because it seems to be, as of late, things have, Terran's like, well, I guess Zerg might be okay, I suppose, IDK, but, that Protoss, fuck that Protoss, like, it's kind of swapping over things here and there. But for Protoss, of course, there's always drops, pain, Widow Mine drops, pain, Liberators, Imba, like, there's plenty of complaints from either side. It's really up to personal opinion, about how they, I guess, approach this matchup and how confident they are, and I couldn't tell you how confident they are. Especially Xenocider, who I have not seen much of in competitive atmosphere. Actually, speaking of Widow Mine drops, yeah. There you go. So, if you're just tuning in and you missed most of what's going on here, this was a best of 5 show match with best of 3s for the first 4 points, and then the final match, the best of 1 for the ace points. So it's tied up 2-2 overall, but a fresh game here that is just a best of 1. Confusing to say it, vocally, but not confusing when you, I guess, really see it and understand it. And this was not just apparently to highlight the up-and-comers of each region, USA and France, was also to help fill some downtime, I suppose, for O Gaming's 24-hour stream, which I did not realize was going on, but it makes sense. They've been casting, I think, everything they could, really. I've seen them on the Team Liquid sidebar for most of the day that I've been looking, anyways. So this, I think, was pretty abrupt. I mean, it was actually being formulated for the past 2 weeks, I want to say, but in terms of actually getting a lot of news from it, information, specific information, that I feel is pretty recent, and it is such kind of like a throw it out there event that I guess, no one bothered making a Wikipedia and all that. Widow Mine drop still has yet to commence. Did DnS scout anything to tell him it was Widow Mine drop? Not really. It's a pretty good guess. But it's Frozen Temple, and the other really scary thing about Terran are those tank pushes that, Uthermal, for instance, does. Not what Xenocider's doing, and not what DnS has to worry about. Thanks to All Hail 42 for the 9-month resub. Widow Mine drop is now commencing. A single Widow Mine, handful of Marines. See what he can do with it. DnS going for that blink, is sending an observer across the field, and yeah, he's gonna have an observer back at home, because you should expect it. The third Nexus, as long as he doesn't lose 20 probes to this, is perfectly fine. You can't really cancel a Nexus with a Widow Mine drop. And in a way, this is like a way not to necessarily counter a Widow Mine drop build, but to really take advantage of the fact this is entirely harassment-based. Oh, that Mothership actually goes down. Widow Mines don't one-shot the damn thing, but they do a lot of damage, and the Marines on top of that was just enough. The Photon Overcharge is a little bit late on a pylon that's a little bit out of range. Stalkers do come back, and they do have an Observer to take out that Widow Mine, so no second shot for it. But 3 probes, a Mothership Core, and Adept. A couple more probes he focus fires. He will lose the Medevac, but yeah, focus firing on the probes. DnS probably should have pulled them away. I don't know why he pulled them back. So that ends up being 13? No, he's targeting a Stalker. 12 probes. I'd say that's worth losing the medevac and everything in it. It's kind of not ideal still, especially because DNS's third base is almost done. But this wouldn't mind drop. No, this wouldn't mind. No, 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 no. Okay, 4 probes, not bad. As DNS kind of panicked for a little bit. We're good. That was better. But does he have anything to clean us up now? He brought the observer, I think, across the field, even though he already had one over here. Stalkers are going to try and abuse the fact that there's not much production quite yet. It's only just started. The add-ons have only just been added. Try and hit some type of timing, but I don't think he's hitting it enough. More Marauders are on the way out. A Liberator here to help. SCVs can still be pulled, and while the Liberator didn't kill very much, it did buy some time away from killing the units. Scan goes down on the Observer, too. And, does one of mine get another hit? I brought the Observer here. Okay, so the Observer was in position. It did clean up everything after he warped in. That was worrying. I thought there was 2 Observers over here, just the one. And since that one was scanned and killed, DNS's aggression has really been halted, and I think definitely Xenocider got a lead off of this opener. Well, honestly, let the bunker die. I mean, I guess you want to salvage it, you know, play a perfect game, but if the bunker had died, that would have been fine. Better than losing SCVs, I think. So at this point, Xenocider, I think he realized, like, oh, this Blink Stalker all in, like, not all in. This Blink Stalker aggression is not going to kill me. And it's not going to snipe any important upgrades either. I just need to wait for my upgrades, wait for my medevacs, and I should be ready to push out and start really taking some leads here. More so than just probe damage. Stands up the finish. Stalkers to be very careful. Oh, folks firing the Marines. Nicely done. Ideally getting Marauders, but either way, killing something. Missile turret protection coming up here, not only against DTs, but also just catching observers that go a little bit too far forward. Never a bad investment of 100 minerals. And there's the unload. The medevacs are on the way. Single safety tank, not going to be too useful, to be honest, but it's there, and he is going to bring it with him. Why not? As I said, not useful otherwise. And that push, I mean, does DNS have enough to deal with it? He's going to bring a couple of sentries forward. And, whoa, I got a really big donation. Thank you so much. I'll read that out after this game. A scan goes down, he sees the sentries, and he's like, alright, I can't probably do anything with that. Unless the tank can focus fire them. Dangerous. Force field's used to cut off a bit of the army, but a hot pickup from Xenocider saves him. Bring the tank forward a little bit more. If he gets the sentries, he might be able to push into this army. But now that the Mothership Core is here, maybe not. Yeah. It's testy. Nah, I don't think he can do it anymore. More weapons have come in. Another Immortal joins the fray. I don't think he's able to push into this army. He does get an Immortal, though. That wasn't supposed to happen. Another Pylon's ready to go here. The problem is, while this is, like, you know, DNS is holding here, there's reinforcements. Those reinforcements could be picked up and go over here. They could pick up and go over here. Like, he's gonna be very careful not to tunnel vision. I mean, same with Xenocider. He shouldn't tunnel vision exactly on this one position, because force fields will give him a headache no matter what, but rather dropping somewhere else might have been better than reinforcing. Third base lifted over and saturated. Upgrades finishing up for Xenocider as well. Pretty damn good force fields as Xenocider gets a little too far ahead with his Marauders. There is still a couple of Immortals here to really tear them down very, very quickly. One tank helping as much as he can. DNS. This is a tricky spot for both of them. Upgrades have finished for Xenocider, but so also for DNS, so only one upgrade lead. He will retreat. The Adept shade through, and he takes a little bit of fire from them. Liberators are on the way, though, and he will not be pushed back too far. His production should be added on here. Okay, it's going to be second starport, actually, before any other additional barracks. But additional barracks should also be added on here soon. Oh, 3 Marauder. Observer sniped. Just getting rid of some vision from DNS, although Adept Shades do the same thing. Unfortunately, Liberators on siege. The Adepts actually catch the bio. Woodermines get some pretty decent hits, but did Xenocider overstay his welcome? DNS's Adept count's really scary. The Liberators aren't helping anymore. He doesn't have a lot of bio production. It's only just now really kicking in. No additional barracks coming down quite yet. Woodermines are on the way. Still has a healthy number of medevacs, but that's a lot of Adepts to chew through before you can get rid of those really important units like those Immortals. I think DNS might have just done it. Xenocider probably should have backed off and waited for more Liberators. Blinks come in to take care of the Liberators that siege up here. They get a couple of shots, and SCVs are pulled into this. 18 have gone down. More are going to go down before this is all cleaned up. Medevac's just out of energy right now, so they're not even helping. And the Woodermines are not going to get the greatest shots. Well, that one didn't anyways. This really was just an issue of waiting for more reinforcements, I think. Xenocider, he has to... well, first of all, save his command center. He's not going to be able to save his upgrade. Save his command center for sure. Oh no, oh no. Force fields are available. He can't actually save it. That's going to go down. I think that's going to be game. Xenocider, no! USA! USA! No! Adept Shade in. A little too far forward from their Immortals, but that's still enough numbers-wise to take it. DnS takes the entire series for France. 3-2. That is the final score. And poor USA. I guess we'll go, you know, dry our tears with our Olympic gold medals. Whatever. Face. I'm just kidding, kind of. Oh, I just got news. So I haven't been able to check the sub count, but apparently we're 5 subs away from 1,000 subs again. So that'd be really cool if we could hit it today. But of course, tomorrow we're coming back with the Corsair Cup. Like 8 hours after that, we're coming back with the Alima League Tuesday morning. And then there's going to be the DreamHack Montreal secondary cast on BaseTradeTV over the weekend. So still a lot of room to get up to that 1,000 marker once again. That would be pretty hype. But of course, also hype is this huge donations. Armor Up solo cast only at $100. Long day plus good casting. Tell her if you get well soon. But don't give him any of the money. Okay. You did donate it to the shared account, so it might inevitably be split, but I'll try and remind him. Thank you so much for that donation. But I believe that is it. Congratulations to France for the win. Poor Xenocider not able to USA's way to victory quite so much. Gonna end the stream with a quick commercial break and then shout outs, so see you guys in a second. Thanks for watching those ads. As I said, just quickly rounding off the cast with a couple of shoutouts. So to our channel sponsors, Chairs for Gaming, G2A.com, Yardwood Watches, and Corsair Gaming. Look down below for all the links and codes if you're interested in purchasing anything from any of those. And thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching this really long day. Hope you enjoyed the Ting finals. Hope you enjoyed this show match. Thanks for watching a solo cast for 95% of it. Be back tomorrow with Fear Dragon for the Corsair Cup at the usual time, and then the Alima League, and then Montreal, basically. That's it. Follow me on Twitter at ZG Gaming. Follow the channel down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, thanks to Go for 50 month resub. Goodbye.